In this week's episode of The Enthusiast, new Phantom comics galore with two big publishers coming out with new Phantom comics. And so much more in this week's episode. And coming up on this week's show, we've got in the publishers news, Defenders of the Earth new comic book, Flash Gordon comic from Zobaston Comics. We've got, yes, the creators news is back, baby. And Alex Tripp, the first cover for 2026 from Alex Tripp. And we've got a new segment called The Artist Spotlight, a tribute to the legendary artist himself, Heiner Bade. In this week's publishers news, Mad Cave Studios have opened pre-orders. Yes, pre-orders for the new issue from the Defenders of the Earth Dark Dynasty series. The fourth issue is slated for release for the 8th of April, with issue number 3 also coming out on the 4th of March. So the issue that is going for pre-order is issue 4 of the Defenders of the Earth Dark Dynasty series. It is also confirmed that issue 4 will be the last issue to come out from this series, and the cover for the new book is done by Marco Sanatucci. You can also watch my show, The Enthusiast, is everywhere. It is everywhere. The Enthusiast, where the passion for the Phantom doesn't waver. New episodes weekly on Tuesdays, and I will have the podcast link down in the description down below. It's always there for easy convenience. A new Flash Gordon comic will be coming out by Zobaston Comics. Issue number 16 of the series has already came out, and the book will follow the King's Watch storyline, as it will also contain other Flash Gordon stories as well. Flash Gordon issue number 16 will also contain 100 color pages, and it came out on the 27th of January. So it's already out right now. Why am I talking about it? Because it's a Flash Gordon comic. It came out this week and it looks really, really cool. It reprints the King's Watch storyline, and this is the last issue to reprint that series. We've now got the creators news is back. It hasn't been on the channel for quite some time, and in this week's creators news, we're back, baby. The creators news is back. Alex Tripp covers our latest creators news, and he will be coming out with a brand new cover for Few Publications, The Phantom Collector's Replica number 45. The cover is stunning. It's up on the screen right now, and I cannot wait to see it up close. I cannot wait to be just looking at it and appreciating how good of a cover it actually looks like. As I'll say again, image is up on the screen right now, and it looks beautiful. The cover looks beautiful. I don't know if I'm going to read the book, but the cover definitely looks beautiful. Now we've got our newest segment for this week. Going to be doing a tribute to the legendary artist, the legendary Phantom and artist, Heiner Bade. And in this week's episode, we're honoring the legendary Phantom and artist of On the Enthusiast, because Heiner Bade wasn't just an artist on various Phantom and stories. He was an artist with a real eye for creating characters that people could relate to. And that is the reason why I think that his art just transcends time. His art is so really, really good. It's not just good to look at, it's also really, really good. Whilst you're reading the story, you're looking at it and you're actually not just appreciating the story, you're appreciating what you're looking at. And most artists do that. Some of the elite artists with really, really good skill levels, like Heiner Bade, did that really, really well. And this is a tribute to the legendary Phantom and artist. When I was researching this for this segment, there are many articles across the internet about him. When I was writing this, I came across an article that was written on the website from phantomwiki.org. So shout out to Phantom Wiki. Great tool and a great information source for things that I don't necessarily know too much about. Like, I don't know enough about different people. So this is why I researched about Heino Bade. At the age of 17, Bade became a student at Hamburg College of Fine Arts. After 3.5 years of studies that included anatomy and graphic arts, his first employment was to draw advertising. The next couple of years, he had various odd jobs, including working as a sketch artist for the police. In the 1970s, Bade came to Sweden and worked as an illustrator and comics artist. In 1973, he made the comic Robert Starkey for the Swedish magazine Veckans Brott. The next year, he submitted a comic magazine Serie Magazinet for its consideration, and in that way he gained the notice of the editors of Phantom. In 1975, he began his illustrious career in drawing the Phantom for Swedish Phantom comic books, starting with Grigor's Revenge. In 2015, he celebrated 40 years as an active Phantom artist. His artistic style has also been described as expressive, reminiscent of Jamie Valvey, who's a legendary creator and artist in his own right, and his trademark is making secondary characters recognizable and conveying their thoughts and feelings. All of his characters that he has drawn in stories, we all relate to that. And we relate to the stories and we relate to the people that are inside those stories. And I think that's the one thing that we will probably remember. We will remember his art first and foremost, but we will also remember the person behind the art, Heino Bade. And as I'm going to say right now, Heino Bade will be missed, but his art will leave a reminder of how influential his work in the stories that were published in Phantom. And every time a person finds his art, he won't just have another fan of his work, but his legacy. The big part of this is his legacy will be ever present and remembered. I hope this tribute to him has done the legend justice. And if you have a favorite story that has Heino Bade's work in it, you can comment that story down below. Like, what was your favorite story that he worked on? What is your favorite piece of art that he has done over the many decades of Phantom comic books and Phantom stories he has worked on throughout, I don't know, 45 plus years of Phantom, you could say. If you enjoy Phantom Co reviews, what do you think of the Defenders of the Earth series from Mad Cave Studios? Comment your thoughts down below, and then subscribe to see more great videos like this. And as always, keep Phantom caving, stay safe, and you'll see me next week with a new episode of The Enthusiast.